following program contains disturbing materials that may not be suitable for some resellers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey guys, just wanted to make this video to talk about something that's been kind of weighing on me for, the last day. And I think sometimes you need to have a little self-reflection to kind of analyze, how you're running your business and really your mindset. I think that's very, very important, having the right mindset. And I think that there's been times where I haven't exercised the correct mindset. And I'll kind of give you an example. On Wednesday mornings live, Beards Live, um, I kind of went with the stance, and I do this a lot of times on the lives, where I have the stance where, eBay has created this problem and eBay needs to fix this problem. And I think a lot of times when I do my little diatribes and to discuss whatever that problem is, usually it's the glitch of the day. We all know that. It certainly comes off as me whining, bitching, moaning, complaining about what's happening with eBay. And then I'm sending mixed messages to you guys and telling you, well, focus on what you can control, which is the right mindset, by the way. Um, and I think there's a fine line between reporting to you guys what's going on with eBay and the reselling world that we all need to know, and getting on a little diatribe with what needs to be done, how it needs to be done, how it hurts me, how it hurts you. And that's not productive. I don't think it's productive. And I think, and thanks to the conversation that I had after the show with Grumpy John, Beard was there, and also Steve was on there as well. And it got me to thinking, you know what, you're right. You're right. I mean, I'm sitting here telling people to focus on the things that you can control. And then I'm talking about things that is happening with eBay that is out of our control, and really not offering any solutions. And I think that should be really the premise of even bothering to bring up the things that are happening to us resellers when it happens. So I get a lot of messages and emails from people that are, hey, did you see this glitch? Did you see that glitch? And it's good to be aware, don't get me wrong, but I think we need to be helping each other out by trying to figure out and present solutions to these things that we can't fix, but we can certainly navigate around and to make it bearable, right? So, it's no fun when eBay loses your listings. It's no fun when eBay pulls your items off of your inventory, basically no longer for sale, and then you have no idea this is happening. And I was talking to Archie last night that essentially, if you want to call something a death pile, that's a death pile where you have items that you believe are listed but are not for sale, and you allow them to sit and accumulate for weeks, months, in some cases years. Well, that's more of a death pile because you have no awareness of it, versus you do have control over the stuff that you still have to list. But what's the solution? How do you fix it? And now you can't fix an eBay glitch. Now you hope, now this glitch that I've been just talking to you about here has been one that we've known for years, right? So because we can't fix it, we need to develop a process to where we can make it work so that we don't have a death pile. And that's sort of the premise of the video. I'll put it up here or here, wherever it pops up for you, that you maybe should watch, because it talks about the problem, which is, these listings are, disappearing out of our store, but the items remain on the shelf. And it does give a solution as to how I dealt with it, which is to download the data and to maybe create your own little, through Excel, your own little checklist on how to make sure that you do have the item in stock. But that's just a process now that you can say that I've developed to do every 6 months. Now I don't have a huge store. I have 207 items in my main store now. I have 230, 240 in my secondary store. So reasonably, 6 months is about right. Now I uncovered what, 75 items that were not listed, and did what I could to get most of that stuff back up on the proper account. But that's just one example of what I'm talking about. Having the right mindset, instead of presenting a problem to you guys as to, hey guys, this is happening, oh, the sky's falling. And I know sometimes us YouTubers do that to get your attention so you watch the video. I mean, that's the ultimate goal of any YouTuber, if we're being honest with each other, is why take the time to make a video if we're not going to do everything we can to get people to watch. I mean, otherwise I might as well just be doing this in the mirror and not in front of this camera, if I need to vent or talk about something to get it off my chest. So of course we want views, and in typical video for me, I'll get 1,500 to 2,000 views and make 20-30 bucks off it. So it isn't like it's like earth shattering if I get, 2,000 to 3,000. But it's just trying to get conveying the message to you guys. And I think sometimes the message gets presented in a way, and that's my fault, presented in a way where it's more complaining than what is your solution. What's your point? My dad used to tell me, what's your point? And I need to focus on that more when I'm presenting information to you guys, because it's not helpful to sit there and preach to the choir and not offer any kind of resolution. Now, the problem that I've been talking about in this video, I mean, the solution I presented to you is just a workaround. It doesn't fix the glitch, and I think a lot of you guys want the answer and want something that can be done so you don't have to encounter these glitches. Where sometimes we're talking about listings that are maybe losing photos, maybe there's so many glitches. I mean, it just after a while your head starts spinning. But instead of complaining about it, I think we all, and not just me, but we all need to take a different attitude towards it. As, you know what, this is still a viable platform to make money. Ultimately, that's what it's about, regardless of the steps you have to take, or if you have to create an extra step within your processes to work around said glitch. Well, the goal is to make the money. So if you're driving to work, let's say you have a 9 to 5 job and you're driving to work and they close the road that you normally take because they're doing repairs. Are you just going to give up and go back home? No, you're going to say, okay, you're probably going to fire up. This is your solution part. You're going to fire up your navigation software if you're not familiar with the area, or you're just going to backtrack a little bit and take an alternate route, right? And was it a pain in the ass? Yes. Um, is it going to stop you from performing your duties at your 9 to 5 job? Yeah, you might have been late. You might be annoyed, but you're still going to do your job, right? And so that's probably the best analogy that I can give. eBay is constantly giving us roadblocks along our path of success. Now, some might argue it's intentionally. I don't think at all it's intentional. I just think it boils down to a number of things. Number one, we are the beta testers for anything that eBay does. So if eBay fixes process A, it's bound to break something that's been working just fine, and that's just the name of the game. A lot of times when eBay implements these things, and it might be because of the age of the infrastructure. I don't know. I'm not a tech, but we have to be aware that eBay is going to present us with more difficulties than other platforms, because you don't hear a lot of these glitches and problems that occur on these other platforms. I mean, yeah, you might have a glitch here on Mercari or Poshmark, but how widespread is it? It's not anything where people are losing listings or photos or things like that. And there's a lot that eBay can learn from that. But who am I to sit up here and tell eBay what they should be doing? And I don't have any idea of what difficulties they face in presenting a stable working platform. I'm just looking at it from a seller standpoint. And instead of trying to offer them solutions as to what they should do to fix their platform, I need to provide myself and you guys, the audience, and hopefully you can provide the feedback as well when I'm not able to provide the answer, or not giving the right one. But at some point, we need to have the mentality of, how do we overcome this? Okay, we know that there's a problem. What process do we develop so that this doesn't hinder what we need to be doing? And so that's the mindset that I really wanted to share with you, that I need to find that I need to stay on the correct side of that line. I really feel like sometimes I cross that line to where it's more of a bitch fest, and I'm just complaining about eBay. And again, I'm very grateful for eBay, by the way, but it's sometimes I just don't have a solution sometimes. And sometimes, it's easy to point fingers at eBay instead of saying, but wait, what can I control? What can you control to get around this so it doesn't hinder you, so it doesn't turn you off to reselling, and you can get back to business. So I want to know what you guys think down below. Again, this is just me being honest, having an honest moment with you guys, and assessing my own um, lack of mindset, I guess, right? Having the correct mindset, especially when I'm getting, out in front of you guys. I just don't want it to be every time you watch a live every Monday and Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. I don't want it to be, well, here goes John again on his 10-minute diatribe, and all he's going to do is bitch and complain and tell us about how bad eBay is, but not providing an answer. And I think for some, that turns people off on the channel and they just won't come back. And that's really not what I'm trying to build here. So want to know what you guys think down below. Am I on to something? Am I over the target, or am I just kind of over analyzing like I do a lot anyway? So want that down below. Let me know what you think. But if you like the content, if you appreciate the time that we take to make these videos, please do consider hitting the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Only what I think 60 some odd percent, and this is the case for most channels, but 60 some odd percent of you aren't subscribed, so please consider doing that. And of course, hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when we make a video, or then, sometimes we'll even do a pop-up live. So if you want to be a part of that, please hit that notification bell. But sometimes self-reflection is something that you need to do, whether you have a YouTube channel or not. If you're on eBay Island and you're doing this stuff every day, I think sometimes it's easy to develop the wrong mindset and allow things to get under your skin. And I think with the power of the YouTube technology, we can get together and sort of correct that, where those that are on eBay Island are just going to continue down that path. But figuring out how to develop processes and fix problems so that they don't kind of screw up your business, despite everything that's eBay's doing to you, well, that is yet another example of how flipping ain't easy. I want you guys to have an excellent rest of your day, and we will talk to you very soon. Take care.